The House of Representatives has resolved to set up a committee to wade into the crisis that engulfed the Edo State House of Assembly. The House had called for a full-scale investigation into the crisis with a view to find a lasting solution to it. The motion was sponsored by the lawmaker from Edo State on the need to intervene on the crisis in the State Assembly, which according to them has become a national embarrassment. They condemned the improper inauguration of the 7th Edo House of Assembly on the 7th of June 2019, where 9 out of 24 members elect were purportedly sworn in.
An nocturnal inauguration of the 7th Edo State House of Assembly on the 17th of June 2019, wherein 9 out of 24 members elect were purportedly sworn in without the knowledge of the other 15 members elect. That the National Assembly, the House, in line with the provisions of Section 11(4) of the Constitution, take over the affairs of the Edo State House of Assembly and ensure the proper inauguration of the House with the Inspector General of Police and the Director General State Security Services providing the necessary security for the 24 members elect to be sworn in as expected and required by law.
So there is no problem. It is for the good of Edo State. I want to state also that this has absolutely nothing to do with whether the governor is fighting with someone. It has nothing to do whether somebody wants to go for a second term or not. This has to do with the constitutional responsibilities of the National Assembly to intervene when the State House of Assembly is unable to function. And that is precisely what it's about.
I feel so psychologically traumatized today that I am from the state where this kind of brigandage is taking place. A state that seems to have been taken over by political rascality. I come from a local government that is under siege at the moment. And this is a very terrible trend and very worrisome to me. I support the motion and I urge my colleagues to unanimously support this and bail my state out of this crisis and help my people out of this crisis that is almost consuming my people. Thank you very much.
Some lawmakers were not happy with the development, prompting the suggestion by some to canvass a takeover of the state legislative function by the federal government. Others, however, disagree with the suggestion that a committee be set up to investigate the matter.
I would suggest, Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, that there is a need for us to probably put together a committee to investigate whatever happened in Edo so that they do not see us as taking sides because we are legislators. So, Mr. Speaker, Jubri, allow Mr. Speaker, please. So, Mr. Speaker, it is important we put together a committee to investigate what actually happened there, to see whether the proclamation actually got to every member of Edo State House of Assembly before we take our, decision.
The institution of legislature is the only institution that defines democracy when you want to separate true democracy from dictatorship. So, Mr. Speaker, what is going on in Edo State is what I term executive rascality, and it's an in-wind that is already blowing. If as a federal legislature that has been given the responsibility in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, has been given us a role of the police to make sure that the legislature at the state level is properly organized and is protected, and the atmosphere that is required to legislate, to make laws for the good governance of the various states in Nigeria is protected.
The motion was unanimously adopted through a voice vote, and the panel set up to investigate the remote and immediate cause with the view to report back in 1 week for further legislative activity. The investigation panel is also expected to explore possibility of reconciliation between the two warring figures, Adams Oshiomhole, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, and the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki.